Okay, here we go. We're all ready. Just waiting for BBC to ready up. So now we're into Champ Select. This will be a third night of the second season of the SFL. So pretty excited to get started. I will be the only one casting tonight, just me. I believe the other caster fell through at the last minute, so we're not gonna have anyone available. Just me. You guys will just have to live with that one, but we do have BBC, big BB Clocks is their full name, and up against them we have the Rogaine Warriors. And they're going to start off with some interesting bans. We got Vel'Koz and Gangplank up. We've seen a little bit of Gangplank being banned, but Vel'Koz certainly a new champion. Obviously, some scouting has been done, and each of the teams banning stuff specific to each other. So after a couple games getting on the belt, and of course some of these players did play last season, you can sort of change your bans based on the enemy and change the meta of the series, really. But we do see an old favorite, Braum, from the last season. A classic pick and ban. And we're going to get Lulu banned as well. I'm wondering if we're going to see Nico. Nico was banned in all of our games last night. Always a new champion, interesting to see. If we'll actually get that to be played here. Of course, you have to actually practice it before you can actually play it. And, some teams just assume the champions are going to be banned, so they don't practice them at all. But we're going to get the Lucian and Lulu off the table. And as well as the Poppy going to be the last ban. We did see Poppy in the jungle yesterday. I think Fallen played that one. Remember we had like a Fiddle, Poppy, and a Nautilus all picked. And we had no idea where anything was going at the time because Lane Zero Blizzard just picked crazy team comps yesterday, and we had no idea where anything was going, really. But we're going to see the Camille first pick here, classic jungler that gets around the map and ganks early. But we did see it played top lane yesterday. It's always a potential for a flex. Well, technically it was picked for the top lane here, but ended up being played in the mid lane into a Garen, which, again, Lane Zero Blizzard did all sorts of crazy stuff, and then that forced all sorts of different matchups. But we're going to get the Sejuani response. Definitely a jungler that's going to lose out in the early game fights, but still very good. Had some changes to her kit recently to make her a little bit more potent. And, you can never counter out in those late game team fights or in those mid game team fights when she's got her ultimate. Big ability if you can land it. That's, you can do a lot with it. But, going to get the Kai'Sa again. So the Kai'Sa coming back. Super popular champion. I just got the end of the year stats and all that stuff, and apparently I died the most to Kai'Sa, which didn't surprise me one bit. And the Xayah response, Zeracon's open. Looks like Gani Donut and thereby also going to go for that one. Which, makes a lot of sense. An aggressive lane into Kai'Sa. If you can shut her down early, prevent her from getting those couple items. She isn't super useful. It doesn't really have any utility. She's just damage and mobility, so. From behind, not a great champion, but getting her behind is an issue in and of itself. Alrighty. Okay. So you gotta switch up some labels here. And then we are good to go. I believe. Yeah. Okay. Got a new system here for all the overlays and stuff. We're sorting things out as we go. We're going to get the Morgana added in there. A classic, sort of, I wouldn't say complete counterpick to Rakan, but one that fares very well into it. If you can Black Shield, in the lane, you can just completely deny his engage. And when you have a hyper carry champion like Kai'Sa, and you've already picked a CC tank jungler, this makes a lot of sense to continue to build around her because she can do all the damage you need. It's just keeping her alive and getting her the gold. But we're going to get the Aatrox, the Darius bans next. Again, we've seen some shift from the last season, but still there are some things that hang around. Aatrox still a powerful champion despite some changes as well. And Darius, with the new... People have been opting more for Triforce, but he can certainly work in a lot of different ways. And the Warwick going to be the last one to be banned here. Again, Aatrox might have been just a jungle ban, straight up. Yeah, things are still a little up in the air because Camille can't flex, but could all could just be in the jungle and they're wasting bans. Who knows? Warwick, though, a pretty good champion if you have, I think, Zyra Khan. I think that there's a lot of synergy there because they do have very good engage, and then if you follow up right with the Warwick coming in, especially with the speed, right? One of the things that Rakan is probably he's probably the best support in terms of snap engages. Obviously, Blitzcrank can pick someone off, but Rakan, when he gets an AoE knockup and charm and things like that, and he can do it from so far away and super fast. That's one of his strengths, and Warwick, a champion that runs super fast and has that long distance sort of suppression. At least he jumps long distance, I suppose. But there's some synergy there, so it's actually an interesting combo I'd like to see, but unfortunately we won't get to this game. We're going to get the Aurelia picked up here. I'm surprised it slipped all the way down, but is going to be picked up now. Again, things are still up in the air. This is a very heavy AD team comp for BB Clocks, but Aurelia in and of herself isn't entirely AD damage. She does physical, magic, and true damage. You can't really counter out. Looks like this will be Jungle Camille as we get the Swain picked up here as the last pick. So that will, unless they do something crazy, unless we go back to the funnel strats of old, we're going to get the Camille in the jungle. And, well, Swain and Aurelia could still swap around based on these last couple of picks. Jax was the other pickup, and that'll certainly be in the top lane, I'd imagine, for Udella. Don't think they'd take that anywhere else. And we're going to get the Malzahar. So, again, more old picks coming in. The classic Malzahar coming back. And, well, not better than ever, but he still presses R and is useful. So this team is very clearly focused around this Kai'Sa. Obviously, Jax is another damage source. And Malzahar does damage, but he's lots of utility focused, and Jax, well, we'll see what he decides to do if they decide to split with him, do a 4-1, or if they just team fight with him. Not exactly sure what the plan will be there, but for the most part, this team comp is very much focused around McTrump on the Kai'Sa, which is something that's worked in the past when McTrump has gotten onto powerful picks. He's certainly done well. One of our better AD carry players. Of course, Gani Donut is no slouch himself, and if X-Ranger isn't on top of those black shields, it's going to be very, very rough for Kai'Sa in this lane. Thereby also will just hit those knockups over and over, and, well, you only need one or two to actually kill you with the way Zyra Khan, the damage they can put out. But just waiting for the spectator lane now, and then we'll hop in. Okay. Just making sure I got all the labels set up. I'm sure I've made a mistake somewhere, but hopefully all the labels are right. If not, we'll fix them once we get in there. Alrighty. Okay. Something up to note is that Malzahar has taken TP is, again, a standard thing, but has taken TP, so a 2-1 TP advantage for Rogue Game Warriors, which can definitely matter in those later game situations. Swain took the Ignite, and Aurelia did take TP in the top lane. Swain does round this team comp out really well, though, for BB Clocks. They needed a magic damage source, and Swain isn't he isn't a super big damage source. But if you don't build MR, you are still gonna die to him, especially if he's doing well. Stacking armor, Sejuani's probably still gonna buy Ninja Tabi and buy a bunch of armor before she starts building against Swain at all, but does threaten. You can't just build Ninja Tabi, as Kai'Sa or even Zhonya's. Ninja Tabi and Zhonya's won't just, make you invincible. So, it's a good, I think a good decision there to round that team comp. Plus, getting the Swain and having all that zone control makes a lot of sense. With Rakan and Swain and even Camille, they're just kind of going to own an area. Even actually Aurelia's ultimate also synergizes really well. When they engage, when BB Clocks engages. They're just going to own the area that they go in because all their stuff's, Aurelia has an AoE, Swain's AoE, Zyricon are AoE champions, so and that just really makes them own an area. And if Kaisa can't get in there, she's 525 range. She has her ultimate to move around and her E, of course. But if she gets caught out without that spell shield, she's going to go down very quickly, and it's just going to be hard for them to find sort of area. All right. Well, our spectator delay has timed out. We're just loading in now. So we should be on our way momentarily. They just... We do have a couple more series. I'll just say this now because we got a little bit of time here. We do have more series this weekend. We do have another game tomorrow and Sunday. We got Free Tyler 1 on Saturday at 9 p.m. And it's Free Tyler 1 versus BB Clocks, so you get a chance to see these guys again. And we have on Sunday the Rats versus Recon 5 at 10. Stay tuned for that. I assume those will happen. There was some discussion. Apparently Wolfie's having some issues with his computer, so we'll keep you updated on that. But I believe those are going to happen. All right. Now we load in. Now the fun part comes. If the game actually wants to load in. There we go. Okay. Off without a hitch, I think. Is everything in the right place? Everything's in the right place. Pretty sure, anyway. I'm sure someone will yell at me if it isn't. Alrighty. And off we go. This is the Aftershock on Sejuani again. We did see that last time we saw Sejuani, the Aftershock, not the Flea Fork or anything for the clearing. A little surprised saw the Aftershock last time we saw her because there was a trend up against her, and generally that's a time you don't want to take Aftershock because he just basically makes the rune work against you in most situations. Obviously in the early game he doesn't have his ultimate to make your life difficult, but later in game he definitely does. Well, they're going to be found in the jungle here. Incline's going to run through the river, going to flash the knock-up. Hookshot misses as well, but X-Ranger was not so fortunate. He's going to flash over the wall, but a flash follow from Gandhi Donut will pick up the kill. Just 2 summoner spells invested. They get 2 flashes in exchange in First Blood. Does not look like... Well, if he goes back now, he's going to miss minions, I believe. So I think it'd actually be beneficial for him to stay and just take the advantage on the first back. But he's going to back and get that longsword and extra potion and move to lane. Still, though, I think a questionable decision because now his jungler doesn't get the leash and he's going to miss a minion. Well, he might not miss minions. He's definitely going to miss the CS, but he might not miss the XP if he's lucky. Corrupting Potions all around, even with Time War Tonic nerfs. Corrupting Potions is still a very good starting item, both top laners and Swain taking it. And just some quick trading in the top lane, both with Conquer there as well. Still a good rune. I've seen a few nerfs, but still very powerful. Especially after the First Blood, I mean, Gandhi Donut and thereby also pretty much own this lane. I think Trump's a little too far forward there. The Black Shield comes in, though. Good play by X-Ranger. The Binding won't miss, but that was a crucial Black Shield to hit. And actually, we'll take a favorable end of this trade here. Gandhi Donut was still level 1 because he missed XP. Like we talked about earlier, I believe. Yep, still level 1 after that last one. So he missed XP on those first couple of minions, and that was because he backed to get that longsword. It's a little too off this one, but a little bit. But unfortunate play there for them. Udella with the counter-strike coming in. Oh, not going to jump in. Lee's going to go back in, though. He's got Conqueror procced, I believe. I believe both of them do, and they do quite a bit of damage. Lee, though, with a W at the end there, gets the better end of it. X-Ranger forced to back away after the W's activated by Gandhi Donut. You just deal so much damage, you can't walk into that. Even early on, those autos really hurt. Zaya's W is a very underrated ability. Everyone's thinking about the feather pullback and obviously the untargeted ability when she's in her ultimate. Oh, very nice combo there with License Rider. He hits every ability, procs the phase rush, continuing to charge forward. He's down a level though, and he's walking through the minions. Eats all of his abilities, and that trade went pretty well to start, but at the end, not exactly what he wanted. If you use all your spells there, you might want to back off. Excuse me, proc the electrocute, not the phase rush. I was thinking most Swains take phase rush, but Lysolus Rider did take electrocute here. He's gonna hit that. Ooh, hits the pullback again. Vizzy gonna force to flash after that ignite goes down. So Lysolus Rider spot on Lee's never moves to start the game. Now, there's advantage continuing to be gathered here in the bot lane. The CS is staying very, very even, of course, but they're getting a lot of pressure here. Forced out all the potions from X-Ranger, and thereby also has only used one, and Gandhi Donut has both of his. So a pretty solid laning phase here for Gandhi Donut, and thereby also obviously helped out by that first blood, but showing they're no slouches and that McTrump can't walk all over them. Couple wards going down, but quickly cleared by Incline. Mountain Drake will be the first one here. 300 gold lead because of that first blood. 400 now. Fortunately, the UI was rounding for me. But yeah, the first blood is what's really the gold lead there. The CS lead, well, it's pretty even all around. A slight CS lead here for Vizzy, actually up 9 right now. Probably be up like 5 or 6 by the time this wave hits, but that's still a full wave of minions he's up. Both the mid laners have backed, and Vizzy, I believe, still has the TP. Incline is trying for a lane gank here, but Gandhi Donut and everybody else seem to be aware of this. Usually, you'd have the support up a little bit farther so you can absorb the engage, especially as a Rakan. It's much better to absorb the engage because you can just dash away. But, yeah, everybody also playing very, very safe. Incline's going to charge forward, but it's going to miss everything. Thereby also goes back in, but the Black Shield quickly onto Incline to prevent the knock up there, and quick dash back out by thereby also. And Lee's going to go in for aggressive trade again, but he takes a turret shot. He's up a level here because of that minion wave being pushed into Udella, but we'll quickly be even out there. Good synergy there in the bottom lane, helping. They're also helping out his AD carry with that CS. Make sure he gets it all. And both junglers pretty even. Camille's up a camp right now. That is a true camp lead. It's not just what's on the map. I believe it's a true full camp up for him, but it's not really that. It's not that huge. He's about to pick up his red now, so this is not exactly where you want to be as Camille. You definitely want to make something happen earlier on in the game, but it's certainly not a bad place to be in. You can work from this, but ideally you would have gotten a bit more pressure early on. Just hitting level 5 now, though, is your only chance. Again, Camille just does not clear very fast. Sejuani's not great at clearing the jungle either. Obviously can do it, but not super fast. Very good at clearing the Scallop Crabs, of course, with all the CC in her kit, but the AoE camps she can do it just. There are the classic jungle champs that do it a bit more efficiently. But certainly she makes up for it with the playmaking ability, all the CC she brings in her kit. Make up for a bit of a slower clear. Is thereby also going to go in. Misses the double. Hits the W on X-Ranger. He's very low. The Ignite ticks down, and thereby also actually pick up that kill because of that Ignite. And McTrump will get out the heal used. X-Ranger was too concerned of putting, the Black Shield on his 80 carry. He didn't actually put the Black Shield on himself. So he was a bit closer in and didn't flash either. Was so concerned with keeping his 80 carry alive. Yodella now getting the better end of these trades. And all the Corrupting Potion charges used up for both those guys, so it's going to have a slight advantage in that lane right now. To the next pack. Your only chance misses the W. The shield's still on Vizzy. Now the suppression comes in. It looks like, a stun as he was going in for the W. Your only chance is going to, flub flash by Incline. Your only chance is going to pick up that kill. Gonny Donut picks up another one, and Yodella now with a TP comes in. Will get stunned up and taken down. A double kill there for Gonny Donut. A really unfortunate fight there in the river. Your McTrump wasn't even able to rotate there. Just was too far away. And, that should be the dragon here for BB Clocks. Just caught themselves in the wrong place there. The binding will land on a Gonny Donut. The W for McTrump will land. Gonny Donut very low. The Ignite. The heal will come through. He should survive. Now your only chance going back in. McTrump flash. Dodges everything out, but Lee will take him down with a W. Gonny Donut force flash over the wall to survive X-Ranger. And thereby also comes in for the stylish cleanup. Wasn't really necessary, but he looked very, very cool. And you get a little bit more gold with the assist there, so why the heck not? Style points and gold. We'll leave the team mats for both the top laners. After that fight, though, Lee's way ahead in gold. Got the shutdown on himself as well. But yeah, he's up 500 gold now. After really not faring too well in the lane. But Yodella TP'd in, tried to help his team, but things were going poorly from the start. No one was really there, and the Stormmaid's now purchased for Gonny Donut. He's got 4,300 gold to his opponent's 3,100. It's quite a big difference. I'm not great at math, but I think that's more. And now this lane's going to continue to get worse for them. Well, the Stormmaids are also on the menu for McTrump, but is quite far behind in picking that one up. Got more CS because he stayed in the lane, but no gold. Now the pullback here. X-Ranger's just dead before I can even really say anything. Gonny Donut, and thereby also pick up the kill. The ult was invested, and X-Rangers was not ready. In the meantime, though, in the mid lane, Incline lands the ultimate, the chain suppression here from Vizzy, and License Rider forced to flash away, uses the ultimate, gains some health back, and will survive that one, but there's a big investment there. 2 ultimates for a flash. I think that's probably an even trade. Still, trying to make stuff happen with his ultimate is Vizzy, and the first play didn't work out. Try again when you got your jungler, you got Sejuani. It's a great time to gank his level 6, but they had no ignite. They didn't have quite enough damage there. The CC's overlapped a little bit too much. They weren't able to get that last tick of damage they needed to kill Licenseless Rider. And in the meantime, though, in the bottom lane, Gonny Donut, everybody also getting very low. He's forced to flash away. He will go down in the end, though. Gonny Donut with ultimate will use it. In the meantime, Yodella is up in the top lane. He will go down to Lee. And Gonny Donut will follow McTrump. Shutdown coming through. 700 gold over to McTrump. And they do lose the tower, but those kills and that shutdown was humongous for them. So they're right back in this game in terms of gold values. About 44 to 5,600. So, Gonny Donut is still comfortably in the lead. But McTrump, with this gold, will certainly be able to make something happen. Lee in the top lane is now being chased by Incline with the red buff. The stun will land on Incline. Lee will get away, though. Just trying to force him off that turret. Did not have ultimate available to try and make anything happen. Nor flash. And pretty standard items being purchased up. Nothing really of note there. Moe boots for both supports, of course. And, the Rakan did go for the Frostfang. Sometimes you see coin on Rakan. With the extra AP. And you're playing this aggressive in the bottom lane like they were. Makes a lot of sense to go for that AP item. Gets you more damage, and who doesn't like more damage, I suppose. There also Gonny Donut running up to the top lane here. Everybody also does have ultimate available. We have to make a play here. Yodella does not have flash, but does have the hop away. Thereby also going to go in. Lands the knock up. The charm will come through as well. Yodella now gets ignited, rooted down. Thereby also continuing to chase with Gonny Donut. And there we also will take the kill. I believe that was the last auto came through. Zaya's W does give Rakan more damage on his autos, so, or at least he gives him more attack speed and movement speed from it. So there we also made use of it, and might have also been the Ignite that ticked. Couldn't quite tell there, because he did invest that Ignite. But a very nice route, very good play there from that bottom lane. Again, showing what they're made of. Starting off the series strong. 600 gold shutdown now on Lee Saitama on the Aurelia. Trump's all alone in the bottom lane right now. X-Rangers abandoned him up on the other side, and now he's got two people chasing him under the turret. McTrump trying to make something happen. Hexagonal man goes down. The heal comes through. Your only chance to continue to chase down. Lee's going to hit his ultimate. And, the ult away, but Lee Saitama continues to follow with that Q, dashing around through the minions. In the mid lane, though, Lee Licensed Rider is 2v1, and his ultimate is used, but he was suppressed for so long. No damage gets off, and he goes down. Actually, a 3v1, I believe. X-Ranger was there. Now, the only chance, and Lee Saitama going through on Incline. He walked in the wrong place, forced flash away, but two flashes used to follow. Not great communication. Wasted one of them, but they get him in the end anyway. Lunzeka going to be completed for Vizzy, and Rod of Ages for Licensed Rider now. After they head back to the spawning platform. And now Yodella, and has forced a 2v1 up here against Gandhion and Ibarra. Also, they're very strong right now, and anywhere they go, they pretty much can win. The enemy bottom lane can't really stand up to them, so the top laner is just sort of forced to lane against them, and he's currently 0-3. He's working towards that Triforce, and CS hasn't been too bad. 97 at 14-45 isn't terrible or anything, but still not where you want it to be, especially considering, well, for him, it wasn't, the laning phase was going fine, but then after that TP play, his lane opponent got 2 kills and an assist, and he got a death and, TP wasted. Definitely puts you behind. The good news, though, is McTrump is getting gold. 5,500 gold now in the game. He's got the Storm Razor working towards the Rage Blade. He will be a force to be reckoned with in the moments to come. There were a few red wards littered throughout the river, but those were quickly cleared by BB clocks. Incline looking for an engage over the wall. It does have ultimate available, but no flash. Will come through. X-Ranger with the ultimate. Everybody also gets suppressed, but is able to pop the ultimate and get some charms through. Gandhion in the backline is firing away, but Incline continuing to tank up. Yodella charging forward. He's doing a lot of damage, forcing everyone back. And McTrump in the backline picks up a kill. Triple kill for Gandhi, but he's gone down. McTrump flashes away from the Visions of Empire, and Lee Saitama on the backside will pick a Vizzy on the kill. And mobility from Aurelia coming through, so a 3 for 4 trade there, or 2 for 4 trade rather, in the end. But Gandhion popped off with a triple kill before going down. McTrump does get quite a bit of gold from that, I believe. Yep, 62 now, so I think you got to... okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's where you wanted to be. I think that wasn't the plan, but it happened, and we're moving on. Yeah, I think there was a big shutdown. Gandhion still has a shutdown on him right now, but he just gave away one to McTrump. Still, though, that's the gold you want. That's the person you want getting the gold from that, so... The fight didn't go exactly the way I wanted to, but... Good enough. The Black Shield will come through, and X-Ranger will survive that little jaunt through the river. It's always a question. At this stage of the game, when you're this far behind, will I survive walking past my own jungle? Will I survive even walking into my own jungle? And that's the question you've got to ask yourselves. At a certain point, you just want to stay in the fountain. Because they can't kill you in the fountain until they've destroyed all the other towers, pretty much. Maybe that's the new meta. Maybe everyone starts playing Kog'Maw with rapid fire cannons so they can reach them in the back of the fountain. And that's the new meta. I don't know. I'm already off track. Well, in the meantime, though, Lee has walked into the wrong neighborhood and goes down quickly. On the other side, though, good engage over there, but also knocks up 2 X-Ranger and Incline. They're forced to run away. Incline, though, gets rooted up, and so does X-Ranger. Down they go. Double kill there for Licenseless Rider. Baron spawns in 2 minutes, but they've got some turrets to take down first, and they're going to work their way onto the inner mid lane turret here. They certainly take these apart very fast, especially with the W active for Gandhi Donut. Your only chance as well, the auto resets on the Q if you can get up there and hit the autos as well. They're going to back off here, not going to try for the inhibitor. But just 1 inner tower remaining, and then it's onto the base for BB Clocks, starting off very good in this series. This game started off very good. First blood, and then they didn't really turn back here. A few stumbles here and there, but for the most part, have just been powering through. And, well, Shelly takes a swipe at Gandhi Donut. He doesn't like him too much, but it's all okay in the end. The Rotail will be picked up here. Already have the Mountain and Infernal. Very good Drake spawns for them. Things have just been going exactly the way I wanted to. This whole entire game has just been working out for them. They need a good dragon, they get a good dragon. First blood on the right away. Rage Blade should be completed soon here for McTrump. And once he hits that 2-item power spike, he can do a lot here. The suppression goes down. Vizzy going to stun up Licensed Rider, but the stopwatch gets popped. Your only chance in the backline. Hexstone line to Vizzy. The Q does a ton of true damage, and your only chance will pick up the kill in the end. Licensed Rider dodges out in the binding and continue to go on to Incline. Flash forward for your only chance to land the stun. Now Yodel is coming in. The Black Shield on him. Oh! Your only chance will survive? Yes, thereby also will charm him up, and thereby also a huge play to save his jungler. Your only chance, the Triumph came through and he was able to survive. X-Ranger now gets hit by the Visions of Empire, and that should mean his death. A knock up, and now a double kill for Gandhi Donut. Again, everything just going right for BB Clocks this game. It all looked like it might come crashing down for a moment a few times, but each time they just kited back, or their teammates came out to help them, and it worked out perfectly. Well, Shelly's trying to charge, guys. Could you stop destroying all the Structures so fast? Shelly has to butt her head into things, okay? It's her only purpose in life. Please, there we go. She's going to get a Nexus Tower, and I think a second one as well. Will we get a Dancing Shelly? No! The eyeball is popped, and no Dancing Shelly for us. Gandhi Donut is doing a ton of damage. Incline gets rooted up by Gandhi, and now forced away. Gandhi with the ultimate will stay alive. X-Ranger, Vizzy, and McTrump, the only ones left now. Oh, Lee goes in the back line, doing his best to end this game here and now. Another knockup by there, but also Vizzy is all alone. Down he goes. And, well, McTrump, he survives, but that'll be the game. Well, will he survive? No, he won't survive. Okay, never mind. All right, well, it's a 20-minute, 54-second game. And BB Clocks takes it in a convincing fashion here. A very convincing fashion. Since, after the first minute, they just powered through. Again, a few times where, McTrump got that big shutdown, and a few fights went their way, but, one moment you thought he was turning, and then all of a sudden BB Clocks would just come right back in and smack them back down with their BBC. Of course, they're big bad clocks. So, looks like we're going to get right into game 2 here. Oh, a few players missing. We'll see. Ooh, indeed. All right, well, looks like we're going to have a slight break before game 2. A few players are missing in the lobby, so we'll be right back in a second, but stay tuned. We got the second game of BB Clocks versus Rogaine Warriors. And, game 1 was very convincing, and BB Clocks did a great job, but we'll see you guys for game 2 in just a moment. See if Rogaine Warriors can come back from that one. have no idea what that song was. I was in the pack that Lestai sent me, so I have no idea. He was like, "This is intermission music." I was like, "Okay." No idea what that song was. But either way, we're into game 2, and Zaya, we're not going to see her again. After that thumping, I think that's fair to take that one off. Looks like we're going to have the Vel'Koz and GP banned again. But I'm going to join them, so just the Zaya change so far. It looks like. And I got to change all the labels again. Classic. Classic. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Appreciate it. Got to do everything around here. Okay, is that... We're good? All right. We're good. And we're going to Camille banned as well. I didn't think the Camille was the biggest problem in that game, to be honest. I thought she, the Camille was fine, but... Like, the jungling was good from your only chance because you just played around as winning lanes and, like, they won more, But I didn't think the Camille was the problem. Like, the pick you want for those early game ganks and getting around those early levels, but that wasn't really what they did with it. They just kind of played around their strong lanes, and it was easy. So I would have put more priority on banning, like, Aurelia. Even banning Rakan. I don't know. Those are the things I would be way more concerned about. But they're going to stick with that. Don't want to see that one again. And we're going to get Lucian. So McTrump opting for a bit of more early game focused AD carry after losing the lane so hard. Well, I think the real problem was giving up first blood. But once they got first blood, they kind of just dominated the lane. And really, McTrump couldn't do anything about it. So I can understand why you'd want to pick up a different AD carry this time. I'd expect probably more aggressive support too. And we're going to get Brand here. It could be in the mid lane or support. We'll see. On the other side, though, we got Sejuani and Poppy. Probably the top lane Poppy and jungle Sejuani. Could also be Poppy support, but I'd imagine it's in the top lane for Lee. It's pretty good, starting his dashes. I would think Poppy, though, you really only pick as a counter pick to high dashing champions like Aurelia and other things. But we're actually going to get a Kayn pick up here. So Incline, he's getting... changing things up here. He's going to go for a jungler that really struggles before it gets its form. And I suppose against Sejuani, you get pretty much a free, run of the jungle. You really don't have to worry about getting invaded or anything. So, if you're going to play a champion that's not great in the first couple levels, it's fine. All right, we're going to get the Ahri as well, and the Cassiopeia band. So the Ahri's, an interesting champion. I think a pretty good champion, to combo with Sejuani because Sejuani can set up the CC, and that makes the charm hitting. You can obviously hit the charm much easier. I like the Malzahar Sejuani combo. I thought that was a great combo last game because it's so easy to gank level 6. I think the execution was just slightly off. And like just slightly off because he barely survived in the mid lane. Like Licenseless Rider shouldn't really have survived at all, but the execution was just a tiny bit off, and he was able to flash out. But I think that combo is amazing. I think the team comp last game was actually pretty good, but didn't work out. So they're going to try something else. Real Game Warriors just wants to change it up. We're going to get the Kled and Leona as well, and the Alistar are going to round it out here. So some support bans for Real Game Warriors to finish things off, not targeting the AD carry position, just the support. So stopping things that would, mess McTrump up in the lane. Again, I think they're just picking for the lane right now. And this, I think it could also be the brand support. I think this is, definitely a possibility here, especially with the Alistar Leona brand. The bands make a lot of sense because Lucian doesn't fare well against him, but also Brand is, a mobile mage, right? So if he's up against Alistar Leona in the bottom lane, that can really hurt. Going to get the Jinx brought out here from Gani Donut, something he's played a little bit, and has been a favorite of a lot of the AD carries in the SFL, but maybe not the support brand. It looks like it's going to be a Thresh here. 4X Ranger, nope. They're teasing me. We're going to get Ornn instead, so that's still possible for the brand support then, but the mid lane, so it's really still up in the air. The brand could be mid lane or support, and this next pick will tell us. Unless they pick, it's Pyke. So it will be Brand mid lane and Lucian in the bottom with that Pyke. Which I don't even, if I'm being honest, I think I would be fine letting Leona go through it with Pyke. Like, I think Alistar sucks. I wouldn't let Alistar through. I think banning that's a great option, but I think Leona's fine. Like, I would probably rather prioritize banning Morgana or it's already banned, or I meant Rakan, banning Rakan. But we're going to get the Nami with the Jinx, because I think Rakan is just such a good support right now. But Jinx and Nami will be the pickups here in the bottom lane to combat this Lucian Pyke lane, which is definitely, there's a very clear aggressor here, and that's going to be X Ranger and McTrump there. Brand's going to have his hands full, though. Once R8's level 6, he doesn't have any escapes. He's going to pick up the cleanse here to try and deny some of that all-in potential from the Ahri with the charm. But still very scary lane for him if those charms do land. That's going to be very tough for him. Now comes the waiting game, the most fun part. But we're going to get a pretty interesting game too here. A completely different team comp from BB Clocks. They just completely switched up on us. I think Aurelia was even open here. Yeah, Aurelia was open, and no one picked it. Akali was open. Again, Akali is like a champion that's deceptively hard to play. I think her TF Blade is of the opinion that the old Akali was harder to play than the new Akali. But I think the new Akali is still difficult to play. And people just don't feel comfortable playing it. Also, she just doesn't fit as well in organized play because she's like more of a true assassin, whereas Aurelia is like a bruiser. But yeah, Akali's an assassin, and she just doesn't fit as well in competitive, but she still works, and I'm just surprised that we haven't seen more of it. Especially because like it's not picked or banned; it's just always open, which is really interesting to me. Again, Nico been completely open this series. Was banned last night, but nobody today wants to touch that, so I'm not going to see it. I think she's pretty insane, pretty good champion. For some reason, Riot keeps making champions with shields on their ultimates. I don't know why, but they do. It's like a damaging spell that also shields you, or a mobility spell that also shields you. I think everyone can figure out who I'm talking about, but I think I think Nico has a lot of potential. I think the stealth mechanic probably isn't even like the thing that makes her strong. Like the stealth is certainly helpful, but I think the real thing is like she has damage. She has a lot of damage, CC, and shields, and like an AoE damage on her ultimate. Like I just think her kit's really, really good, even without the stealth part of it. I am excited to see this Kayn, though. Kayn, it's a champion that if you get your form early, I think you can just take over a game and win. Just like straight up. You can just take it over and win that game. With either form even. But I think that's the real strength here. I think he's just got to get to that form, and I think it'll probably be red. Based on this team, it'll most likely be red. But he will have a tough time actually getting to that form. So we may see a bigger focus on the top lane because those are where the two melees are. as opposed to the bottom lane where there's 3 ranged champions. And who knows, he might just go blue to be an assassin, but I don't think that's exactly what you want in the team comp. But with that, Spectre delay is timing out, so we'll be loading in soon. Okay. I'll tell you, I'm very thankful we haven't encountered any spectator bugs like we did last season. It felt like every series we had a spectator thing where we literally just couldn't watch the games. It was pretty tragic. But here we are again. And no spectator bug, I think. Well, we're still loading. Who knows? Ah, there we go. Nice. There we go. Everyone with the fancy new skins, apparently. The poppy, like, winter one, and I think there was a few skins on the other side as well. But we are on our way. Some pings coming out already. X-Ranger with a skin too. Lots of cool stuff to look at.
Seconds until minions spawn.
So everyone gets their dance moves on. But a standard 5-point start for the most part. Well, McTrump, that's not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in the tri-brush right now. He's basically AFK. He's doing nothing. This really wasn't executed exactly how you do it, but
Minions have spawned.
It works, I guess. Oh, well, they finally licensed his rider walked into the wrong area. He's going to be forced to flash very early. There was no Ignite available for either the top laner or the mid laner. Vizzy and Yodella both have... Well, Yodella has TP and Vizzy has a defensive summoner spell in the cleanse. Both junglers going to start bottom side here. And, well, now Lightless Rider starts the lane without flash, which is pretty big. Definitely the ability to playmake with that flash, and now Vizzy should be a little bit safer with it. Down. I think Trump also starting that W, which people have been doing a lot lately on Lucian. Taking the W to start. X-Ranger using the hook just to proc the support item there to get some gold, the Relic Shield. It's a nerfed version of the Relic Shield. 50 health and 1 gold per 10 seconds. A lot worse than the old one, but just wanted to proc the Relic Shield there, so he threw the hook onto the minion because he knew McTrump wasn't going to be able to get it, and figured it didn't need the cooldown level 1. They weren't going to all in. Incline has gone for... He's right into Raptor start. Not gone for the Krugs. You've seen a lot of people start taking Krugs more and more after the jungle sort of changes. That has sort of continued. The jungle hasn't changed too much in the preseason in terms of the camps, but yeah, after the changes during last season, that became a much popular route, especially in junglers who can do it very well, which is, you know, includes the Kayn here. As we get a little scuffle on the top side here, and Yodel gets stunned up against the wall. Lee's going to chase him here. The Grass does proc Yodel, and we'll charge away. We'll survive. As he's up here already, though, it's a 2v2. 3v2, but Yodella is very low. Incline forced to run away back into the wall. He's still level 2, though, so not have all his abilities, whereas the only chance is level 3. Despite having the same number of camps, they took different camps, so the XP is going to be different there. Oh, The bot lane still not faring too great. McTrump and X-Ranger, well, this is where they sort of take over. Level 3, they have their summoner spells. They have the ability to all in now, if they can land a big engage. But this first couple levels where they didn't have, you know, where they have a significant range disadvantage, they took a lot of damage here. And a big stun landed here for Yodella, but little does Lee know, his junglers are here. Incline trying to help out. Lee getting very low, but he's trying to get the kill before he goes down, and Yodella will not allow it. The first blood goes over to him. The flash trade. His X-Ranger eats a zap from the Jinx. TP will be coming in for Lee. Trying to get back to this lane. Yodella will go in again. It's a regank here. Incline here again. Lee will stun up Incline against the wall here. Now Incline's actually in trouble. Yodella and Incline have a very low health. Looks like Lee won't find a kill there, but was able to deter them from sticking around and trying to force him off the minions. Sub does land here. Now, X-Ranger's in a bit of trouble here. The Ignite gonna get him. The heal was used, but the Ignite was already there for the greatest wounds. And down he goes. A nice bubble there from Thereby Also. Gani Dota and Thereby Also just dominating this bottom lane. A great start in game 1, but they have the first blood. And now you can't even argue that they need the first blood to win the lane here as they're doing it right before our very eyes. Without that, on Jinx, a champion people would not consider very high tier right now, I wouldn't imagine. Lucian is definitely way higher up there. Pyke's also a top tier support, probably in the A tier, maybe the S tier, depending on your opinion, but quite a start from them. Great first game, and now they're continuing to plow forward here. Now Lee's actually taking the advantage in the top lane here. Despite all those ganks, he's really taking over this one. Yodella did purchase the Sheen for some extra damage. No resistances, and he's able to charge away from Lee. Smartly not going anywhere near any walls, so the stun will just push, well, the charge from the Poppy will just push him further, you know, closer to his turret, rather. Further away from the enemy side of the lane, and now an early dragon take here, the bottom lane advantage, and well, Sejuani's not a great Drake taker, but she can do it, and yeah, with the support help, she can definitely make it happen. So they take the Inferno Drake nice and early here, and it's well, they've dominated the objective so far, and continuing that in the second game. The Charm will miss from License Rider here, trying to just find anything he can. He's actually up quite a bit of CS here, 13 right now. Will be lessened after this wave, but still quite a large number, about a wave and a half by the time this one is picked up. A little bit of strange first purchase from McTrump. He went for the Berserker Greaves first instead of buying usually a Vamp Scepter early on. Had the 1100, which he had about 2000 or 1200 because he did purchase that Control Ward. So yeah, interesting purchase from him, but certainly can understand the mobility. Just usually Lucian is a champion that you want to get some more AD on early. Plus the lane sustain from the Vamp Scepter can really help and things like that, so just a different look here. There are a few players I know. Was it Korean AD carry who was in the LCK for a while who liked to buy Berserker Greaves on Ezreal. We can't talk about that there, but it also does flash out to dodge a stun from X-Ranger, and the ult used from Incline stay alive for the moment. Incline now still forced to run away. The ult lands from your only chance. Incline goes back in, but down he goes. Gani Donut charging forward here. Flash from X-Ranger. Will pull Gani Donut into the turret. He might go down here. The kill, yep, goes over to X-Ranger, but in the meantime, McTrump has fallen. The double kill there for Gani Donut gets flashed forward from your only chance to chase, and thereby also very low, but will survive that last turret shot, and out they get, a 2-for-1 trade. 450 gold Chitta now on the Jinx, but big couple kills there. The Storm Mazer is available for her. She walks back out of base. Well, a poorly executed gank there, and instantly gets turned around there. A great counter gank, really, from your only chance. Knew where he needed to be, and he needed to be in the bottom lane for a very nice play there. The mid lane CS lead is similar as it was a couple of minutes ago. Hasn't really extended or shrunken. In the top lane, though, Lee's still dominating this lane. Up 20 CS right now, despite being down a kill. And 10 CS lead in the bottom lane, so all around. BB Clocks is just winning this one. In CS and kills right now, and in objectives as well. No turrets have fallen, but they did pick up the dragon. He's actually getting quite low, though. Out of crafting potion charges as well. Your only chance, though, is coming up to help you. Della blows the horn. Will miss the recast, though, as Lee stuns him up against the wall, and the only chance he'll pick up the kill as he changes that crowd control, and down he goes. So, Lee, great job baiting there. Was a little bit low, but knew he could survive and get the jungle gank here. Incline tries to come in for a pick of a kill on Lee, but Incline, will, in the meantime, will go down. Your only chance lands the point blank ultimate. Incline had nothing. Does not have the ability to walk to the wall to get away. He was on cooldown, so down he goes. I thought I'm so used to Kane's just running away through a wall or dashing over it with their Q or something that I was like expecting to just dash away. I didn't expect him to die there, but all his cooldowns were down. So he falls. Another bubble lands here. Thereby also has looked on point. I think we sort of forgot about his play because Gani Yona was popping off in the last game, but thereby also was a key part of that on the Rakan, and now on the Nami is, well, taking it to him in the bottom lane. Cinderhook has been purchased here for your only chance, and Incline has purchased his warrior. So the junglers are on pretty similar items at the moment, but there is quite a bit more gold on your only chance right now. He has about 1,000 more, and 600 gold shutdown on him, a 450 gold shutdown on Lifeless Rider. Before we can talk about the shutdown, if you do the gank in the bottom lane, Incline comes in, gets bubbled up. Gani Donut will surely go down. The Pike ult will come through, takes him down. McTrump, the Ignite taken, will survive. They're also going to get out, but at least a big kill there in the shutdown. That does go towards the other side. Giving up that much gold is quite important even in these games that are so far apart. Lifeless Rider will find the charm here in a Force Flash way. Vizzy cleanses nothing and will go down. A very nice pick up from Lifeless Rider, knowing where he was going to rotate and just wait in the bush for him. Knew where the vision was, and it was not in place to stop him from sneaking into the bush. Vizzy didn't really cleanse anything there. He got charmed and then cleansed basically as the charm was expiring, and then the Ignite was used on him by Lifeless Rider, and so he didn't even get to cleanse the Ignite or the charm really to dodge any of the damage. Unfortunately, just was not expecting it to be there. Was not expecting Lifeless Rider to be there. Which I can understand. Who would think that there's a Fox Lady in your jungle? At least that time will charge forward. He gets the stun against the wall onto Yodella. Your only chance will chain up some more CC. Yodella will charge away, but now your only chance is the ultimate. The horn was blown, but down Yodella will go. And things have gone from bad to worse here for Rogaine Warriors. A rough game one. Continuing that trend in game two. They did pick up that kill in the bottom lane, which is nice, and also got Yodella a kill to start out the game, but really nothing has gone great with them besides that. Everybody also is going to get, well, slipped inside of by Incline. Incline will make his way back out of him, but down he goes instantaneously. Well, he found himself in the wrong place there. No way to escape, and down he goes. Now a 700 gold shutdown on your only chance on the Sejuani, and a 450 gold shutdown on Lifeless Rider on the Ahri here. A 23-21 CS lead in the mid lane. 87 to 55 in the top lane, and 90, well, even in the bottom lane. 10 CS lead in the jungle, so CS leads everywhere except even in the mid lane, in the bottom lane. Nami Wave will be used, but completely misses out on everyone. McTrump and X-Ranger will get away, but on very low health. Those rockets peppering them as they retreat. The hook used. X-Ranger will find Ganidona. The stun will not land. Ganidona flashes away. The Ignite kicked down, though, and Ganidona will fall to McTrump's ult. The culling comes out, and thereby also will dodge it by running behind those minions, and will get away. Flash 4 from X-Ranger. Will force flash from there by also, but everyone does get away after that initial kill. So again, another strike back from X-Ranger McTrump in this bottom lane, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. You're gonna have to do even more than this to get back into this one. Into this game and into this series. Licenseless Rider is looking around the jungle again, trying to find Incline maybe. Has consistently roamed and put wards down in the jungle. He's now got a 500 gold shutdown just because he's continued to extend the CS lead. And same thing on top lane. Lee has just dominated this matchup up 2 levels and a lot of CS here. It's just been a real tough ride for Yodella. Did get the initial gank, but after that he got ganked twice by the Sejuani. Once he was too far up, and the other time he just got stunned against the wall by Lee. Oh! I think he stole that. Licensed Rider steals the big chicken with the Q over the wall. 750 gold shut down now, 550 with Sejuani and the Ahri. So those continues to climb as they continue to get these CS leads. It's just amazing that you can have that biggest shutdown gold when you only have so few kills for the Ahri. The system is just very interesting. Charm does miss this time though from Licenseless Rider. Still has dominated this lane phase. 28 CS lead now. 104 to 73 up in top lane, and bottom lane is still pretty even. 4 actually in the lead is McTrump. Might extend that when these next lanes, but hook does land, but no follow-up. Lee will get charged. The wall knocked up. Lee, now the ultimate. Oh, we'll knock them away and should survive this one. And the wave is used. X-Ranger will not get his ultimate off in time, though. McTrump still picks up the kill on Dagani Donut. McTrump charging forward onto there by also. Ignite goes down. He's stunned up. And your only chance to take down McTrump. Gank again from Incline. The W lands here. Lee continuing to run away. He has flash still. The flash forward from Incline. Lee flashes away. The red buff. Nope. He got a tick of healing there from the potion and was able to survive. So Incline did go the blue cane form, I believe. Yeah, did go the blue cane form. Sometimes it's hard to kill the skins, but okay, well. Licensed Rider found him in the jungle, and down he goes. He's at no health. This will give your only chance an opportunity to take this Ocean Dragon on the other side with no one available to really contest this. The outer turret is down as well. The Charm lands for Licensed Rider, and he's dead. Well, I was really interested by this Ahri pick, and now I know why he picked it. Because he's just killing everyone and has played spectacularly on it. A bunch of his kills, all 3 of his kills have just been solos, I believe, and just come from nothing. He just finds people in the right place. Just smart rotations, really. Knowing where everyone's going to be and keeping a good idea on the map here. 900 gold shutdown now. He's got 3 kills. Working their way on the inner turret in the top lane here. Being licenseless. In the meantime, in the mid lane, the outer turret was taken down by the rest of the team here as they work their way towards the inner. X-Ranger busy here to defend, but... well, they invest the ult here, and this might start off a fight. Donnie Donut is in trouble in the backline, thereby also will get instantly taken out. Now your only chance should fall as well. Well, that's not exactly where they wanted to find themselves there. The Brand ult starts it off as Visi throws that one out, bounces off one member to another, and Donnie Donut, well, he doesn't have a ton of levels in him. He's just level 9 right now, I believe. And Trump's even up a level, but so he's rather squishy. So finding their fights where they can. Hurricane Warriors have not given up yet. They're still putting up a fight. And that's sometimes, that fighting spirit a bit more valuable than just raw talent. Some teams get very discouraged. As Incline will pick up that Rift Herald. Some teams just get very discouraged and give up way too early. Bred by NA solo queue. I can't imagine what it would be like if all the NA players were in Korea. We'd all forfeit at 5 minutes. Everyone would just leave the game, but... it's an animal quality, to say the least, here, as the inner turret does end up going down here. Once Licenseless Rider walks up, there's really not anyone who can stand up to him. He lands a charm on basically anyone. They pretty much die. I think the Ornn might survive, a full combo. But he's only got Merc Treads and a few health items. Like, I don't even know if he survives, to be honest. With his Luden's Echo and the Morellonomicon, he's got a lot of damage and a lot of penetration. Della charges forward into the lead, but he barely takes any damage. got to that point where it's just two tanks just macking each other. The grass procs are really what most of the damage comes from. Here, your only chance with a good stun over the wall. Get bit by Lee here. Warhorn does not come through here. Lee charges forward, misses the Q, but knocks him up. And they will get away here. So the Sejuani starts out the fight with a great ultimate, but not able to really follow it up with much else. Incline gets onto Gandhi Donut. The bubble does miss. Gandhi Donut should go down here. One more auto Incline finds it. The Ignite taking on him, but thereby also will have the damage. Takes down Incline. The flash away. Thereby also dodges the ult from X Ranger. And I think that means he should survive. Yep, he will get away. License right on the turret will kill Busy. The cleanse used, but he was already dead by the time he used cleanse. Like the dash, and he just had so much damage, he didn't even need to land the charm. And License Rider has 1,000 gold shut down on him. Your only chance is lost his, but yeah, License Rider is taking over this one. Now, your only chance in License Rider, well, they should be dashing out the other way, but they continue to go back in, and down goes License Rider. 1,000 gold shut down over. And that's a big one. It's a lot of gold. Runin's Hurricane will be the choice here for Gandhi Donut over the Rapid Fire Cannon. Luden's Echo coming in for Busy, but he's significantly behind on that second item. Still down like, he's what, 46 CS right now against this mid lane opponent. Licensed Rider is sitting at 10 CS a minute right now, doing very, very well. In every department. A stellar game from him, except for that last little engagement there. That was not exactly what you want. A limit tester, as they say. Will be the lethality build from X Ranger. Not going for the tank items. Obviously, you need the lethality to upgrade your spells, really. They scale much better with your abilities now, but you are much squishier. Your only chance ults forward, and that will prompt the flash out of Dizzy. Now Incline is forced to run away. The W does miss. The Ornhorn knocks up a couple, but he gets knocked up in return. The charge, though, does get him out. The stun will come through, though, and he should go down. Now the W will land. A lot of AoE damage from Vizzy. Dark Harvest does proc, and now Incline trying to find him with his backline. But he gets stunned up. It goes down. Gandhi Donut gets excited. He's going to take down X Ranger momentarily. Double kill for him. And we'll turn their attention on the inhibitor tower. Don't have any minions here, but should be able to tank this one up pretty easily. And when the Jinx get excited, they just tear down these towers, especially with her Q attack speed as well. She just destroys everything pretty much. And well, that could just be the end of the game here. They've got just got a single minion wave, but with the ability of Jinx to take down towers plus the passive, when she does take it down, it just destroys it. Oh, good. Unbreakable there from Lee Saitama. Will stop the dash there from Yodella. Will stop the knockup as well. And Gandhi Donut, getting very low. The ult comes in, should die here. The Pike ends up getting the shutdown onto Gandhi Donut. Now Licensed Rider will pick up the return kill in the back line. The only chance trying to kill this Nexus is very, very low. He will in the end with the help of Lee. And thereby also, and that will be the series here, BBC. BB Clocks will take the series 2-0. As I just gotta update that. So a really convincing series there from BB Clocks. Really, really good job by them. I'm very impressed, especially with Licensed Rider in that last game. It was a valiant effort from Rogue Game Warriors. They had a couple moments there, and even the bottom lane, they had a couple good plays there. X Ranger and McTrump actually didn't play too bad in the second game. I think the first game was pretty bad, but you can't really blame them because of the first blood going over. First blood for Zyra Khan lane. Like, what are you gonna do? Really? So can't blame them for that one. And they didn't do a great job in the early stages of the lane in the second game, but they came right back and actually got a couple kills. So not terrible there, and a couple other bright spots for him. But BB Clock's looking like a team to be feared for sure, if their name wasn't intimidating enough. But that will be the series. The only series we have for tonight. So we will see you guys tomorrow on Saturday. I won't be here, but we should have some other casters in here. The scheduled game is Free Tyler 1 versus BB Glock, so we get a chance to see these guys again against a very good team in Free Tyler 1, so it should be a very good match. Fortunately, I won't be there, but perhaps I'll catch that replay. It will be 9 p.m. EST will be the start time as of now, but again, these are subject to change, so just keep updated with that. Yeah, and then Sunday we get a 10 p.m. game. I'm not sure if I'll be there yet. Again, that schedule's still up in the air, but 9 p.m. tomorrow and 10 p.m. Sunday. Those are the schedules for now. And yeah, Rats Recon 5 will be the Sunday match. If you want to find me, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/IamNotKios. On Twitter, same thing, same username. And if you just go over my Twitch channel, my YouTube link's there as well, so you can get all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. I know everyone in the Sugar Free League does, so thanks for tuning in, guys. We should see you tomorrow, and good game to both teams. It was a pleasure, and have a good night.